So, what should we talk about now? Because we've got plenty of time to talk about just whatever the hell we want to. For those of you that are listening in, our call-in number, again, is 480-405-1465. Call in, ask questions, make comments, talk about whatever the hell you want. Just do it respectfully. Because if you're rude and crude and socially unacceptable, we will hang up on you and we will make fun of you afterwards on the air. So, we're all about having conversation, even if we disagree. We just want it to be respectful. 480-405-1465. Oh, I just got licked by a dog.
Oh, the dog just wants to show its appreciation.
Yeah, it just came in from outside, roaming around in the backyard. Now, for those of you folks that live out here in the sticks in Apache Junction like we do, there's a couple of things that you need to remember. If you have small animals, a.k.a. dogs and cats, make sure they're not left outside at night, because the coyotes can jump that 6-foot concrete wall in your backyard and take your animal over the wall and out the door, okay? Be responsible, pet owners, and don't leave your dogs and cats outside at night. I mean, that's just waiting for them to be a buffet. Kara's over there with paper plate. She's going to get the pizza out of the oven. Woohoo! Pizza. Another thing, always remember, spay and neuter your pets. Okay? We have a big population problem with strays in our country, especially in Arizona. We have a huge amount of stray cats and stray dogs. We are personally tired of feeding all of them because they all come by our house at night and eat, and our work 40 miles from here. So, spay and neuter. Take care of your pets. Let's not add to the problem. Our animal control centers around the state are full, and until people start realizing that you don't have to have a purebred, it's going to stay that way.
Ah, hell, I was looking for a purebred.
Well, hey, you'd be surprised what shows up at the shelter. We've seen purebreds. Like we saw, what were those, ocelopsus? There was a family of ocelopsus.
Lhasa Apso?
Yeah, a mother and she had like two, 3 puppies. It's like, well, okay. Those look like, skin.
Oh, it really pisses me off. I mean, yeah, there's so many fur kids out there that need a home, need to be adopted, that are born, just kind of like out in the streets or whatever. But no, I want this special breed. It's like, you're not like that when you have a fucking kid. You just fucking you have the kid and you deal with it.
Yeah, if I'm going to have a kid, it has to be a purebred. Pure blood. Yep. Wizarding family. Yeah, there we go.
Well, you better find somebody else to have the kid with then.
Like playing to me.
Yeah, because I'm purebred. I'm a mutt. So for those of you that live in the area, we do have coyotes out here. We have packs of coyotes that will run around. We've actually seen them in our front yard, out in the street, right outside our house. So be careful with your small animals. Don't leave them sitting outside.
They have the trap dog or whatever, where it sounds like it's like
the decoy.
The decoy, where it sounds like it's all like in distress or whatever, which draws other animals in, which is basically like, ooh.
Buffet.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we went camping out at Canyon Lake, and there was obviously a dog-type creature in distress. So we actually got some flashlights and kind of snuck up on the group, and there was one that was barking and howling like it was in pain, and there was like 8 others with it. So they will group up and attack. So you got to watch out for that stuff.
If you wouldn't leave your child in that environment, don't leave your dog or cat in that environment. And if you think that I'm crazy for saying that your dog or cat is kind of like your kid, fuck you, you suck, and you shouldn't have pets.
You are crazy. Just clarify.
I've got the paperwork to prove it.
Look,
he can't talk about it because he has a mouthful of pizza.
our marriage license is not documented paperwork, so that doesn't count.
Nope.
I was diagnosed way before I met you.
So, be kind to your 4-footed friends, and your 2-winged friends, and your 2-footed friends, or whatever.
They're innocent. They rely on people that actually or they rely on the fact that other people, or that people know what the fuck's going on. I mean, all they have is their instinct and...
Well, they're sentient. They just don't speak the same language we do, right? I see that you gotta look at it that way.
There you go. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. So, where should we go next? We're like running out of topics all of a sudden.
God, somebody fucking call in. Take the burden off. Jesus.
Well, maybe if you weren't scaring them with the F word. Hello.
Hi.
Screaming at them, calling them names and stuff.
I am not.
That's what I'm telling everybody.
I'm going to start, though, if they don't start conforming.
So for anybody that wants to call in, 480-405-1465. If you hear dogs in the background, it's just they're mad because we're eating pizza and they're not.
That sounds about right.
Getting my fat on. Yay, baby.
Anything going on in the chat room?
No, not really. It's quieted down.
Maybe they're getting their brown liquor and sugar on.
Yeah, they're drinking their brown liquor and eating their sugar. And for those of you that don't know, that's an actual quote or a movie reference to the Santa Claus. Which is funny as hell.
Tim Allen, yeah. That is funny as hell.
Because it's not Santa Claus, it's Satan Claus.
I didn't know I was delivering presents all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Just coal.
Coal. Just say, hey, kids, stick this up your ass and make a diamond.
Wow. Somebody's had a little bit of brown liquor and sugar.
Like I need liquor to be an ass.
Wow. Yeah. So, nationwide, we are at a point right now where we have some really weird weather anomalies happening.
Right.
We have a huge rainstorm, thunderstorms and stuff in Southern California. We have a rather large and hefty winter storm on the East Coast, I think, that's causing a bit of issues. We had a tornado rip through a lot of places down in the South, I think in Louisiana. So, Mother Earth's not happy, folks. We kind of need to think about that.
Sassy.
The dog wants the pizza crust. She's trying to get to the pizza crust.
Give the dog the pizza crust.
Maybe when I'm finished eating the rest of the pizza that's attached to the crust, I might. So, oh, wow. I just got a loud bang. I wonder what that was.
So, Doug, do you have anything that's been kind of tweaking your melons lately that you want to get off your chest?
I don't know if that's the right terminology to use on the radio, but that's fun, I guess.
Anything that's been just
What was
pissing
that?
you off or whatever that you'd like to talk about?
That's a hell of a list, isn't it?
It is quite of a list.
Okay, should we look at the list of stuff that you don't care to talk about? Is that shorter?
Probably.
Or one issue that you're passionate about just because it's something that kind of impacts you or could directly impact people that you love or know?
Nothing I can really think of offhand. I mean, pretty much everything has been discussed at length in prior podcasts here, or whatever the hell we call this. And VA
Bullshit
stuff.
session.
And that opens up a hell of a can of worms every time it's brought up.
Well, there's a lot of truth to that.
Well, veterans are getting screwed.
Well, they're
I
not
mean,
getting.
what else can we
I
say?
really don't think the veterans are getting screwed. I think they're getting fucked. Okay, there's a little bit of a difference there. Screwed means there's probably
there
a
is
little
no
bit
lube.
of foreplay and some dinner involved. Whereas getting fucked, there's no lube or it's got sandpaper in it. I mean,
And you have to pay for it.
yeah, and you have to pay for it.
Fuck that.
All right, sandpaper, no lube, we're good. Pretty much covers it.
Yeah, well, it's kind of sad that we've become a nation where we just don't give a shit about our veterans anymore.
I think it comes down to lack of education. I don't think.
No, I think it comes down to lack of money or lack of profit. Okay, there's not profit in taking care of our veterans. There's profit in sending them out there to take over oil company or
Right.
oil-rich areas to profit on, but there's not enough ROI for taking care of them after the fact.
But does the average person even know anything? Like, they think support our troops means putting a bumper sticker on the back of their fucking car. No, that's
Well, of
not what
course
that
it does.
fucking means.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
But
if you
I'm
have a bumper
serious.
sticker, you obviously support your troops.
But do most people even have any idea? I mean, I'm a civilian. I don't know what it's like to go to war, but I know that there is that possibility and that people do that and that people come back and they're just not the same because they've gone through such traumatic experiences. And then we should care for them. It shouldn't be like, oh, Jesus, we wish you would have just died when you were over there, so now we don't have to care for you.
Well,
I mean, I'm serious. I think that it's kind of like,
it's bullshit.
That's
is
the type
what
of
it
shit
is.
I get when I go to the VA anyways.
I don't feel
Chris,
like I'm being
we've
cynical.
talked about my psychological issues.
You have psychological issues? Really?
No,
Well, isn't that fucking apparent?
I've known you too long to know that that's true.
no. How about out here in fucking Arizona? Oh, right next to the Phoenix Veterans Hospital.
Let's
We're
have the
gonna
fireworks show.
have fireworks. Like, are you fucking serious?
Well, obviously they were because they did it. So
Well, there was the quote from some
And
fucking
half
moron
the
that
VA
said,
hospital flips out.
he's like, well, there was actually a quote from somebody back then that said, I don't see the problem. Of course you don't, civilian fuckbag. Of course you don't see the problem. You haven't gone through anything. Maybe you broke a nail.
you got to look at the facts. Okay, the fact is that you don't have a lot of people that are like in Congress and Senate and stuff like that have children in the military.
Or that have served.
Or
which
that
is
have
a
served.
problem.
No, not necessarily, because you don't need to serve in the military to be a senator, okay? But the point is that a senator or a person in the House of Representatives that has no family in the military doesn't think about the idea that if we go to war, their children are going to be going across the country, going wherever they need to go.
Well, yeah, if it doesn't directly impact them, they don't
then
think
they don't
about
care.
it. Yeah.
And that's the problem, okay? If all of our politicians had children in the military, we would see far less war. We would see far less saber rattling and
I would
far
like to
less,
think.
far less children going to die. But
Not true.
unfortunately, it's not going to happen because the people that end up getting elected to office are all pro-war, but don't have kids that are involved in
It's
it.
someone else's kid, so I don't care.
Yeah. So
Well, here's the key point. There's also some of those that probably don't give a damn about their own kids.
I was going to actually say that, too. Yeah.
I wasn't going to go there, but hey,
Oh, I was, but he beat me to the punch, so thank you. Now you're the dick.
Hey, I don't care.
I don't fucking care either.
This is something new?
Nope.
Well, no, she just hasn't used the F expletive as much as she normally would, so don't worry, she's working up to it.
Well, all I can say is when I have to deal with half this shit, I deal with all kinds of doctors that sit there thinking, well, damn, why the hell are you even